The logistics industry plays a central role in today's global economy. From transporting raw materials to ensuring the final product reaches the customer, logistics professionals keep supply chains moving smoothly. Whether it's managing warehousing, coordinating transportation, or monitoring inventory, logistics requires people who can balance planning, problem-solving, and communication. That's why interviews for logistics positions often cover a wide range of technical, operational, and situational questions. If you're preparing for a logistics interview, you'll need more than just knowledge of processes. You'll need to show adaptability, leadership qualities, and the ability to thrive under pressure. Employers want to see that you can think strategically while also handling day-to-day operational challenges. In this guide, we'll explore common logistics interview questions, provide sample answers that demonstrate competence and confidence, and share helpful tips to give you the edge during your interview. Question 1. Can you explain the role of logistics in a business? Here's how you can answer. Logistics is the backbone of supply chain management. It ensures that goods and services move efficiently from suppliers to customers. This includes transportation, warehousing, inventory control, order fulfillment, and distribution. The role of logistics in business is to minimize costs while maximizing customer satisfaction. Without effective logistics, companies face delays, higher expenses, and dissatisfied clients. Tip: keep your answer business-oriented. Highlight that logistics isn't only about moving goods but also about creating value through efficiency and reliability. Question 2. What experience do you have with supply chain management systems? Here's how you can answer. I have worked with systems like SAP and Oracle to manage inventory, track shipments, and optimize warehouse operations. These tools provide real-time data, which helps improve decision-making and reduce errors. By using supply chain management systems, I've been able to forecast demand more accurately and streamline procurement processes, ultimately cutting down lead times. Tip: be specific with the tools or platforms you know. Employers appreciate candidates who can step in with relevant technical experience. Question 3. How do you handle unexpected disruptions in the supply chain? Here's how you can answer. I believe the first step is quick assessment, understanding what went wrong and its immediate impact. For example, if a shipment is delayed due to weather, I immediately communicate with the client and look for alternative routes or carriers. I also focus on documenting the issue so that we can learn from it and prevent it in the future. Being proactive, transparent, and flexible are the keys to keeping supply chains running despite disruptions. Tip: show that you don't panic under pressure. Employers want to see calm problem-solving and effective communication. Question 4. Can you explain the difference between inbound and outbound logistics? Here's how you can answer. Inbound logistics refers to the movement of raw materials, supplies, or goods from suppliers into a business. Outbound logistics, on the other hand, deals with the distribution of finished products from the business to the customer. Both are critical to efficiency. Inbound logistics ensures production lines never stall, while outbound logistics ensures timely delivery and satisfied customers. Tip: use simple, clear language. The interviewer might not be testing your technical jargon but your ability to explain logistics concepts in plain terms. Question 5. How do you ensure cost efficiency in logistics operations? Here's how you can answer. I focus on optimizing routes, consolidating shipments when possible, and negotiating favorable rates with carriers. I also monitor inventory levels carefully to avoid overstocking or stockouts, both of which increase costs. Technology plays a role too. Using analytics tools to identify inefficiencies helps reduce unnecessary expenses. Cost efficiency is about balancing savings with maintaining high service levels. Tip: back your answer with an example if possible, such as a time you reduced costs without affecting customer service. Question 6. How do you use data in logistics decision-making? Here's how you can answer. Data is essential for forecasting demand, managing inventory, and improving delivery schedules. For instance, by analyzing past sales patterns, I can anticipate peak seasons and plan resources accordingly. Data from GPS tracking can help optimize routes, while warehouse data can show which products need reordering. Ultimately, data-driven decisions improve accuracy, reduce costs, and enhance customer satisfaction. Tip: show that you're comfortable with analytics tools and mention any platforms you've worked with, such as Tableau or Power BI. Question 7. Describe a time when you had to manage a tight deadline in logistics. Here's how you can answer. In one instance, a client requested an urgent delivery just before a holiday weekend. The challenge was that carriers were booked, and the warehouse was already busy. I coordinated with multiple teams, secured an expedited carrier, and adjusted warehouse shifts to ensure the order was prioritized. As a result, the delivery was made on time, and the client expressed appreciation for our commitment. Tip: use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to frame your story clearly and effectively. Question 8. What safety measures do you follow in logistics operations? Here's how you can answer. Safety is non-negotiable. I ensure that warehouse staff follow standard operating procedures, including the use of protective gear and proper equipment handling. For transportation, I check that vehicles are regularly maintained and drivers adhere to safety regulations. Training is also critical. Regular workshops keep the team updated on best practices. A safe operation not only protects people but also prevents costly delays and damages. Tip: emphasize both compliance with regulations and a culture of safety awareness. Question 9. How do you manage relationships with vendors and carriers? Here's how you can answer. I believe strong relationships are built on communication and trust. I make sure to maintain regular contact, share forecasts when possible, and address concerns quickly. By treating vendors and carriers as partners rather than just service providers, I've been able to secure better rates and more reliable service. When issues arise, I focus on collaboration to find solutions that work for both sides. Tip: employers want to know that you can negotiate effectively without damaging long-term partnerships. Balance firmness with diplomacy. Question 10. Where do you see logistics heading in the future? Here's how you can answer. Logistics is moving toward automation and sustainability. Technologies like drones, autonomous vehicles, and AI-driven route optimization will make operations more efficient. At the same time, there's growing pressure to reduce carbon footprints, which means companies will need greener supply chains. I see logistics professionals playing a key role in balancing technological innovation with environmental responsibility. Tip: giving a forward-looking answer shows that you're thinking beyond today's role and can adapt to future challenges. Final thoughts. Succeeding in a logistics interview is about showing that you can handle both the strategic and operational sides of the job. Employers want someone who understands supply chain systems, keeps costs under control, and responds effectively when disruptions occur. At the same time, they want a professional who can lead people, maintain strong vendor relationships, and think ahead about future industry trends. The way you answer interview questions should reflect not only your technical knowledge but also your leadership and problem-solving skills. Equally important is your communication style. Speak with clarity, provide real examples, and always connect your answers back to business impact. Logistics is a field where efficiency and reliability are everything, so show that you can bring both. If you prepare thoroughly, practice your answers, and stay confident, you'll present yourself as someone who is ready to manage the challenges of modern logistics and help the company achieve long-term success.